Has Darius Slay's production really dropped off that far? Let's talk about it. So recently I've been hearing a lot of talk saying that Darius Slay isn't the same player he used to be because of his drop off from 2017 to 2018. Like, we shouldn't pay this man because he's not doing his thing anymore. He's aging. He doesn't want to be here. And in this video, we're going to be simply looking at production because I can't really look at how he is in the locker room or how he talks to players because I don't know that. That's not a stat. None of us really know that. We know what we know based on Twitter and social media, but really we're not in the locker room, so we have no idea. So I'm not going to get into that because that's basically opinionated and I don't want to get into that and just kind of be, guessing stuff. So I'm going to keep it fair with you guys and just look at the stats. So 2017, Darius Slay, as we know, was probably the best cornerback in the NFL. You could definitely make that argument. Statistically, he was outstanding. Now, some people want to say, okay, he wasn't the best shutdown corner. That's fine. He was still outstanding. In 2017, he had 8 interceptions, which actually led the league. And he also led the league in pass deflections. So he was great. But in 2018, he only had 3 interceptions. And a lot of people want to say, okay, he's taking a step back. He's not the same player he used to be. But really, that's completely false. Yes, he is not the same production that he put up in 2017, but we can't act like 2017 was a base. Like, this is what Darius Slay usually hits. I'm going to take, for example, Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford hit 5,000 passing yards back in 2011. He has never hit 5,000 passing yards since. But we're not going to act like if he doesn't hit 5,000 passing yards, it was a down season, because every player has one great season and every player has one bad season. So to make it fair, which I've heard before from someone else say, we're going to do it here. If you take away a player's best year and their worst year, that is what the player is. And I think that's completely fair here to do with Darius Slay. And I'm going to take away his rookie season because in 2013, he only played in 13 games, 0 interceptions, wasn't very great. So we'll take away that season. We'll make it fair. Darius Slay, your rookie season doesn't even count. But at the same time, we had to take away 2017 to make it fair. Take away your best season. Okay. So what are we really left with? Well, we're left with a stat that may surprise you, but this is that Darius Slay's best season, other than those 2 years, if you take away those 2 years, his best season came in 2018. And a lot of people want to straight up look at the interceptions. So if you want to straight up look at the interceptions, let's do that. 2018, he had 3, and all the other years he had 2. So he actually got better in 2018. So to say he took a step back or he lacked production is crazy. He also had the most pass deflections in his career, other than 2017. And again, that was his best season ever. And if you're going to just look at that and say, okay, this is what Darius Slay should do every single year, no cornerback is going to give you 8 interceptions every single year. It doesn't happen. It just doesn't work like that. And some people can actually make the case that, okay, maybe it's a better thing that he's not getting all these interceptions because they're not testing him. And that was something that a lot of teams did in 2017, because when you look at 2016, he was a solid cornerback, but I don't think anybody really looked at him as, okay, this is a shutdown guy. We are not throwing Darius Slay's way. So in 2017, they tested him, and he took the ball away. Darius Slay was crazy. So in 2018, a lot of guys were like, okay, wait, I'm not going to throw it to Darius Slay. Maybe that was the case, maybe it wasn't. You can make that case all you want. I also decided to dig a little bit deeper, and I'm going to completely admit, Darius Slay's best season came in 2017. So I'm not trying to make an argument to say Darius Slay didn't get worse in 2018, or he didn't have the same production. But it's not like he has bad production. This man is going to be 28 years old. He was 27 in 2018. Look, guys, he's not taking a step back. It was definitely his second best year of his career. And if you take away his outliers, the best season and the worst season, it was the best season of his career. So now let's get a little bit deeper with the numbers. Darius Slay in 2018 was 6th in forced incompletion rate, which means when the quarterback targets wide receiver and he throws it to him, he forced an incompletion, and he was 6th in the league in that, okay? So he was top 7 in the league, top 6 in the league, I guess you could say, in the league at forcing incompletions. He was also 3rd in the NFL with 12 pass breakups. It wasn't like 2018 was a complete down season. It wasn't like he was terrible in 2018. We are just trying to argue a point that's not very fair. If we took Matthew Stafford's 5,000 yard season and argued against every single other year, then you could say Matthew Stafford is getting worse and he's not the same quarterback that he used to be. But that's not true. A lot of it has to do with scheme. Back in 2011, Matthew Stafford and Detroit Lions threw the ball a lot. We had Calvin Johnson going insane, and the Detroit Lions just threw the ball. But in 2017, the defense could have been different. There could have been a different scheme. So if you want to say, okay, well, Darius Slay still took a step back statistically, well, let's give that a second, because let's look as a team. As a team, the Detroit Lions took a huge step back statistically, forcing takeaways, 18 less than in 2017. So we can't just say, okay, it's Darius Slay's fault, because it's not. As a team, the Detroit Lions didn't get a lot of takeaways in 2018. They only had 14 compared to the year before, where they had 32 takeaways. So I think it's only fair to say, okay, that's got to be on the scheme, right? How can you say it's just on Darius Slay? Now, he was a 5 difference, but he wasn't 18, so we can't just say, okay, it's on Darius Slay. It's not like Darius Slay was a bad cornerback. He was ranked the 18th best cornerback in the league in 2018. Where was he ranked the other years? Nowhere. And I think that's where people get getting confused with this. And I think the problem is people, again, are looking at 2017 and saying, okay, well, he was ranked best in the league or third in the league or whatever you want to say. And in 2018, he wasn't. So that means that he took a drop off. Well, yes, I guess production-wise, yes, he did take a step back in 2018 from 2017. But does that really matter? Not really when you compare his rest of his career, where it was actually his best season production-wise. And if that's all you want to look at is production, okay, what numbers did he put up? Then you should be saying, okay, 2018 was a really good season for you, Darius Slay. It was your second best season of your career. So how in the world can we be saying that he took a step back when really he took a step above what he usually does? He just took a step back from his outlier season. So for Matthew Stafford, when he has 5,000 passing yards, we're going to say every single year that he's getting worse? No. He just had 5,000 passing yards in a season, and we can keep that in one place and separate that with Matthew Stafford as well. Take away the 5,000-yard passing season. Take away a season that he was injured. Okay, Matthew Stafford, this is what you are. He's not a 5,000-yard passing quarterback. I hate to say it, but he's not. He did it one time, but he's not going to consistently put up those numbers. Quarterbacks don't do that. And cornerbacks, they don't consistently put up 8 interceptions a year. It just doesn't happen. So for Darius Slay to have 3 in 2018 and be bashed and saying, okay, this guy doesn't deserve money, he's not getting production, is crazy because as a team, we didn't get production. So to say it's just Darius Slay's fault is crazy, and not to mention he played one less game in 2018. So let me just throw that out there as well. Darius Slay has been our number 1 cornerback for years, and he's been our best cornerback. He's been our most reliable cornerback. And for people to say that we should trade Darius Slay now, maybe go get a draft pick. What? Like, think about this for a second. Think about this. Let's be honest with ourselves. If we traded Darius Slay as our number 1 cornerback, do we even know who our number 2 cornerback is, to be honest? Because even if you want to say, oh yeah, it's going to be Rashawn Melvin, Ortiz Tabor is going to step up to the plate. Okay. So you're going to take the other one and put them at number 1 cornerback? You're going to see how that works? Let's not do that. We have to keep Darius Slay around, guys. And I understand this is nothing against Snacks Harrison. I'm not arguing against Snacks Harrison. I love Snacks Harrison. Snacks Harrison, you could even make the argument was more beneficial to our defense in 2018 than Darius Slay was. I'm 100% fine with that. When Snacks Harrison came in, he was outstanding. So I'm not saying don't pay Snacks Harrison, pay Slay. I'm just saying to make a statement that Darius Slay is dropping crazy production from 2017, sure. But for his career, heck no. He's actually had his second best season in 2018. And I just wanted to throw that out there to make a fair statement for Darius Slay. Because I think recently a lot of people have kind of been hating on him. And I understand why. Okay, maybe you shouldn't be asking for a contract. But Snacks Harrison is doing the same thing. And if you want to say that Snacks Harrison is more valuable, that's 100% fine. But it's not like Darius Slay isn't super valuable to our team. I could not believe what we would do if the Detroit Lions let go of Darius Slay, and that's why it won't happen. In my opinion, there's no way Darius Slay goes anywhere because we don't have a solid number 2 cornerback. Heck, we haven't seen Justin Coleman play, but we gave him a $36 million deal. This is a deal that he's never got before. He's never even got anything close to this. And he's going to be our number 3 cornerback? We're 100% sure on that. And I hope he is. I hope he's great. But then at the same time, we don't know who our number 2 is. Ortiz Tabor has been the worst cornerback in the NFL for years. And a lot of people want to say, oh, Rashawn Melvin might not even make the team. But that's our options at number 2. And then we look at the number 1 and say, oh, we can move on from Darius Slay and be fine. Heck no. No, that can't happen. I just wanted to throw that out there because I don't think that Darius Slay actually had a drop-off compared to his career. He actually had a great year in 2018 compared to his career. But if you're comparing it to 2017, sure, he did take a drop in production, but you can't do that. You can't compare things to outliers. That's just completely unfair. So that's just my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you guys disagree with me, that's fine. I don't care. I mean, it's just for fun. I was just trying to make a little point here because I do like Darius Slay. Darius Slay is really cool. And if you guys think, okay, he's bad in the locker room, that's fine. That's a separate argument. I can't really make that argument because I don't know. Like if you guys may be bringing up Twitter. I don't know. I follow him on Twitter, but I got Twitter in June, so I don't know what the difference is. I literally have no idea. So, I mean, if you guys want to make that argument in the comments, go for it. Okay, that's perfectly fine. I just don't want to jump into that because I literally have no take on it because I don't know. So I'm not just going to talk about stuff that I don't know. So that's just my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you, Prep, for watching, and I'm out.